So this is a full Everton versus Chelsea full match analysis and opinions, and let me just talk about what I've seen about the game and what fans have been complaining about. What I did was, after I talk about the game, sometimes I read through comments and try and understand what some of the fans were saying. Nobody was happy with that draw. I knew that draw was a possibility because of the way Everton defends. Everton is, in terms of defending, Everton is a very defensive team. If you've known Sean Dyche, that's the Everton manager. That is the way he plays. When he's playing against the big boys, as the team that he knows can hurt them. If Everton were to play us head to head, we would have beaten them flawlessly. Which they tried to do against Manchester United and they lost 4-0. So what they did was, against Arsenal, they defended because they know Arsenal is a better side and the team will be full of competence. Chelsea has been winning games in a row. So they came to that match to defend and try not to lose. They were okay with going on with the 1 point. I know Chelsea fans subconsciously we wanted to win that match to go ahead as to top Liverpool, even for a couple of minutes. But we know Liverpool is outstanding for the way they destroyed Tottenham. But that's besides the point. Now, a lot of fans were also complaining and not happy with the fact that Maresca played Malo Gusto out of position and started Disasi. Disasi was not great. It was not great, but it was not terrible either. In that game, it was not terrible. He did his job. I've always tried to explain sometimes. When Chelsea is playing and Chelsea is not in possession of the ball, we play with three. When Chelsea is in possession of the ball, rather, we play with three defenders. With three defenders. Then Cucurella will go front and join the midfield to try and create chances. That's what we play. Now, the only player in our squad that can do that Cucurella's thing very, very well is Malo Gusto. And he has done it in a way. He has not done it very, very well, but the only player that can do it in a way currently right now is Malo Gusto, that is fit, is Malo Gusto. Vega is fit, but Vega has not been able to do it. Vega is 21. He's still learning. The Premier League is quite difficult coming from where he was coming from the league he was coming from. Vega was coming from. They tried to use Vega to play the Cucurella position against Newcastle. You saw the way that game ended. We lost to Newcastle in the EFL Cup because they play Vega in that Cucurella position. Not all players can do that Cucurella position very, very well. Yes, some fans were saying that they don't know that Cucurella was missed. Yes, Cucurella was missed because he is one of the reasons. He is one of the catalysts for the way we play because of that extra man he creates in the midfield. He knows how to do those things very well. He knows how to enter into those spaces, create chances, create spaces so that other players can be creative. But Malo Gusto is not that. So some of you that said that because of playing Malo Gusto on the left, you are also correct. But it's not that simple. It is not that simple. It's not that simple. Now, talking about Disasi was not terrible. It was not terrible. It's not as if it was poor. It was not terrible. He just played. He had a very okay game. It was not as if it was poor. He was able to quiet down in DIE. That's one of Everton's the guy that played in the left wing for Everton. DIE. He was a very vibrant attacking player, and Disasi was able to keep him quiet a little bit, even if the guy did some things. But Disasi was able to keep him quiet a little bit on that right wing. Now, under Maresca, Disasi has always played as a right back. In the Conference League, when we play Conference League and cup competitions, Disasi has always played as a right back. It's only once Disasi played as centre back. That was against Southampton. Southampton is in the relegation side team, and we know the way they play. So it was obvious Chelsea would win that game. So we didn't really need all that. And we also know that Maresca does this one game a week thing that he does. We all knew that when Madrid started the game in the Conference League, it would be Pedro Neto that would start this game. We knew that when George played the game in the Conference League, we knew that it would be Sancho that would start this game. We knew when Nkunku started the game and started the game in the Conference League, we knew it's going to be Jackson and Palmer that would start this game. So because Vega played that game, he played that game 90 minutes. I did not expect Vega to start this game also, because when I came out with my predicted lineup, it was what I thought would happen, was what actually happened. In terms of lineup, I knew it was going to move Malo Gusto to right back because Malo Gusto was the only player that could play that Cucurella position a little bit. Fine, it was not as sleek and beautiful as the way Cucurella played it, but you should understand the coach's mentality. We don't have a player that can do that Cucurella's job. And if you watch Chelsea games, Cucurella is very, very important. Also, one of the issues I have with Maresca is the fact that Palmer was not in that game. Palmer was not in that game. It was man marked. It was marked. Sometimes there were a little bit sign of class and skill and stuff. But in this kind of games, is where you bring in players like at least let Joao Felix play for a bit. You didn't start him in the conference league, and you didn't even okay when Palmer was not in the game. You remove Palmer and you bring in Joao Felix. Let him come and because let him come and at least try and prove himself in the Premier League. Now the people that ended up having a good game, liking that draw was Everton because Everton decided they know what they came to do. They came there to come and draw the game and not lose that game. Do you understand? So you cannot be upset. Chelsea, as we have said, we are not at the title race. We are not ready yet. These are the little things that Maresca is saying. We are not. We have Chelsea has not become a team yet, whereby we can find a way to win even against defenses that defend like this. Do you understand? Even against teams like defense like this. So you should try and understand the coach's mentality. We don't have our midfield and attack. We had the players. And also people were complaining about Neto not doing his job. Neto did fine. Those guys were defending majority of the game. A lot of fans act like opposition teams that don't get paid to do their job. And like I've said it, a draw is an adequate result in that game. We did not lose. Shout out to Tosin. Shout out to Sanchez. They had a very, very good. They were the spectacular players of that in that game. Sancho did his thing, but Ashley Young marked Sancho. Then they ended up bringing in Coleman. You know how good, if you watch Premier League football for a while, if you know how good Coleman is. Coleman is old now. He's everything captain, but Ashley Young was the one that was marking Sancho before they brought in Coleman. So these guys, they knew what they wanted to do. They did not come. They did not want to win. They did not say they wanted to win against Chelsea. They didn't want to lose. And the fact that Chelsea did not lose, it's not a bad thing. We are going to enter Christmas with being second on the table. So what we should be thinking about is okay. Let's be thinking about the Fulham game. Let's think about the Fulham game. Now, Pedro Neto did his thing. He did of course also, and then Jackson also missed a couple of two chances that should have been good. The first one was the chance where Palmer assisted him and he played the ball directly at Pickford. There's no defending in this one. He missed that chance. He misbehaved there. Then the other one where he reacted, where the ball was coming and he reacted. How can you as a centre forward, you are not aware, you just hit the ball anyhow? There was the open net, brother. You don't hit the ball on the bar. You hit the ball on the bar. You allow fans to attack creators like us that defend you a little bit. When you do simple things like this, simple things that you should do, you're getting paid to do a job. You do the job. It's a different case if the chance is difficult, if the chance is a little bit difficult. But that those were easier chances for you to convert and score. And Maresca also talked about it. Maresca during his press statement after the game, he was talking about how he was okay with the result. It was not bad because we knew Everton. And if you watch my videos, I've said that Everton were always difficult to win. We've not won Everton in their home. In fact, in like 6 consecutive times, they've beaten us more. Even seasons where we've played well and not on to win Champions League, and even on that Tuchel, they beat us. So this is, I don't know if you guys are able to watch the video. It's getting too long. I don't know if you're able to watch the video, but I'll still upload it and whatever it is. But this is my full match analysis of the game. Come on, you Blues. Let's just be ready and be open for Fulham. Fulham game is a game. Fulham will not defend the way Everton did. They will try and defend and play us counter-attacking football, but they will not defend. So hopefully we can go back and win that game and go back to the winning ways. Come on, you Blues.